This is Blood number 1989, and I'm here with my TNA Impact review for February 18th, 2010. Overall, I think it was a great show. A lot of progress made in storylines. Almost every match had something going in it, and I just really enjoyed Impact all the way up to the end. Now, let me start off with the Pope and AJ slash Flair promo. Now, I think this was a great segment. The Pope calling Ric Flair Dick Flair, AJ Arthur Jackson. Everything was gold about this promo, and I think I could watch it 100 times. 100 times. I know that this feud is going to be very memorable. Next, we had Daphne versus Tara. My third love, Daphne, actually looked vicious in this match, like a maniacal threat in the Knockouts division, and she was standing over Tara at the end of it. I really hope she gets a title shot. I mean, it looks like that's what's going to happen, and I think she deserves it. Foley is going to go get a makeover, apparently, and I've been liking this little, those little things they've been saying about his clothes and wardrobe in the Eric feud. I think it's pretty funny. Samoa Joe versus Orlando Jordan. Easy talks to Joe right before the match, telling him that he really needs to impress him after the loss on Sunday. He needs to show him what he has. And Joe actually loses, which I was surprised to see. But I don't think it takes anything away from Samoa Joe. It seems like they're building towards something with Samoa Joe, so I'm guessing this will have a payoff eventually. Next, Evie is angry at Abyss, says he's going to be unmasked tonight, and apparently a former champ is returning. Motor City Machine Guns think that is the Canadian Destroyer, Petey Williams. Next, Eric Bischoff confronts Jeff Jarrett and wants him to use the bat in his match against Abyss later on tonight. Next, we have a 4-on-4 X Division contest with the returning Kazarian, Frankie Kaz. Now, in the second half of 2007, Kaz was my second favorite wrestler, next to the Black Machismo. Yeah, I don't know what happened, but eventually they had to fuse him with Black Green and Relic, killer spelled backwards. Yeah. Anyways, point is that I'm so excited to see Kaz back, and I cannot wait to see more of him. They made him look big in this match, and he even got a pin against the current X Division champion, Doug Williams. The crowd also gave him a huge pop. This is all great stuff before Destination X. I really can't wait to see what happens that night. Jeff Jarrett and Abyss kick off, and it's a great storyline going into this match. Eventually, Eric Bischoff comes out to watch. We go to commercials, come back, and the match is still going on. Jeff Jarrett refuses to use the bat, and Eric Bischoff calls his goons off, which include Rhino, Tomko, Homicide, Raven, and Desmond Wolf. And they're beating everybody up, about to unmask Abyss. The crowd is chanting for Hogan, and there Hogan comes. Everybody's reaction is priceless, whether it's Eric Bischoff, the fans popping. Everything was on point, and it was a great fucking moment in my eyes. Next, we had Invasion versus Beer Money. Beer Money goes over, and they tease that they're going to have some kind of tag title shot or attempt. Mike Tenay mentions it, which would be an interesting match against Hernandez and Matt Morgan. Either way, it looks like Invasion is splitting up after the match, while at least Terry and Magnus are splitting up. After that, we get an Abyss and Hogan promo, and Hogan gives his Hall of Fame ring to Abyss, the Monster Abyss. And this promo was a bit cheesy at times, the way he was saying, "You're going to become a super," all this stuff. But at the same time, overall, in my eyes, it was epic and full of energy and excitement and effort at that. Hogan really wants to bring out the best in Abyss, and I think it really showed here, and it really gets me excited for the future of Abyss's character. You can't turn around that character in just 1 week or 1 day. It needs build up, and then bang, just do it. Next, we get Kurt versus Daniels, which I guess was the main event. Kurt owns him. And it's kind of sad to see Daniel like this, but then again, it is Kurt Angle, and it seems like he's going to be involved in a major feud with none other than Mr. Anderson. Wait for it, Anderson. Anyways, Angle cuts an emotional promo talking about what he's been through these last few months, year, and then he turns it to kind of American Pride, which he kind of retransforms himself, or begins his transformation to go back to his days as the All-American Triple I Kurt Angle, which I think is really going to be great gold and interesting to see now in modern day. It was all gold, and then Mr. Anderson came out, which was great. Now, there was just something in the air, like pure magic, and in my eyes, of course. And he also cut a great promo, welcomed Angle to the Titantron, and then took him out. Said something about total non-stop Anderson. Anderson. It was just all gold, pure gold. Some people think that he can't perform in the ring. Me personally, he just has such a flair and personality to him, and he looks like a star, and he acts like a star, that I don't see any ring rust or any negativity when it comes to him performing wise. He actually, I don't know if it's that he already implanted in my head that he's a star from his promos, but he acts like such a star that it overshadows, overshines, or whatever you want to call it, his faults in the ring. So I don't think that's a problem at all. Next we get Samoa Joe being kidnapped apparently, which looked like some fat ass nasty boys in my eyes, just from the way they looked. They were really fat. And then we get Nash and Young in a brawl with Pac and Hall to end the match. Hall, sorry. So the last segment of it was the weakest of the night, but I was still into it and interested. And overall, I think Impact was great. I think everybody that was out there got a chance to shine, whether they won or lost, maybe except Daniels, unfortunately. But everybody had their spot, and everything's building towards something, whether it's AJ versus Pope, Daphne getting a title shot, Invasion breaking up and Beer Money getting a title shot, Mick Foley's change, Abyss's change, Kennedy versus Hogan, Anderson, sorry. Everything seems to be building towards something, which in the past, some of the Impact matches were just so random. So I welcome this. I really, really do. Now, a couple things that I want to talk about real quick. Against All Odds, I didn't get to say anything about it. I think it was a great pay-per-view. Now, maybe some of the matches didn't live up to be a 5-star match or something, but the overall theme about the whole tournament for the world title contender, you know, against all odds and stuff, and with the Pope coming out victorious when many people thought that it would be Kurt Angle or somebody else, it's really cool to see that happened. Now, something else that I want to note is that they made this the main event, which I was really surprised to see, but I was grateful because everybody pretty much expected AJ Styles to go over Samoa Joe. So with having that as the pre-main event, which was a great pre-main event at that, and then having the Anderson versus Pope, putting them in the main event right there to see who should go on and continue being the main event, I just think it was pure gold. TNA going on Monday nights. I'm so freaking excited. March 8th is going to be a fucking fight, I swear. Some people only talk about the ratings, but look at the product, not just the ratings. And who knows, 3 years from now, let's see where the ratings are. Both companies are still around, even though, of course, WWE will be still around, most likely. And I expect TNA to be full around, hopefully #1. Now, one more thing. The build-up to Lockdown has been tremendous, and that pay-per-view is 2 months away. So who you think is going to win the April pay-per-view when it comes to actual ring quality? Not just the atmosphere, but actual ring quality, storylines, build-up, and feuds and matches and all that stuff. WrestleMania or Lockdown? Let's see. Only one way to find out. Wait till April. Mr. Platinum in 1989. Peace. And, yeah, I don't know what else. Bang, bang. Ooh, Black Machismo, yeah. Dig it!